Welcome to the Road Reality Channel. On our channel, you will also be able to see the aftermath of every accident you watch. Liking the video and subscribing to the channel is very important. If you're ready, let's begin. The main reason this crash in Thailand was so severe is that both trucks entered the intersection at speed without slowing down. The grain-loaded trailer flipped onto its side, and its weight lifted the cab into the air. As a result, 3 people were injured and taken to the hospital.
Giving the credit for killing SLI. Microsoft? You think the reviewers killed SLI?
In this horrific crash at an intersection in China, as hard as it is to believe, neither the driver nor the passenger was seriously injured. Be extra careful at intersections, especially when trucks are approaching, because not everyone is as lucky as these two. In the U.S. state of Ohio, a truck attempting to overtake suddenly encounters another truck coming in the opposite direction. Thanks to the driver's quick reaction, a head-on collision is avoided and no fatalities are reported, but the crash results in significant damage.
Niedziela w Stasinie odwiedził nasz reporter Krzysztof Kot.
This crash in California was terrifying. The car broke through the overpass barrier, spun through the air, and slammed onto the freeway. It narrowly missed other vehicles passing nearby. The driver was taken to the hospital in critical condition, but survived.
Time to react on the freeway.
The driver in that car was the only one taken to the hospital.
You can see drivers react on the freeway.
Any of us that were passing at the Sacramento police.
Era cadastrinho de lei, ó, da Subiu, ainda bem que o menino tava aqui, ó. Quando o menino nasceu, mal pensava que tava nesse quartinho do bichinho, agora...
Eita, peste, o que já viu uma miséria dessa? A caçamba desse e caiu cá embaixo. Já viu uma miséria.
In Russia, a bus lost its brakes, crashed through a protective barrier, and slammed hard between 2 other buses. Fortunately, no one was seriously injured. In Poland, a driver under the influence of alcohol was speeding and crashed his car into a house wall. The impact was so strong that the car broke through the wall and entered the home, and both the woman inside and the driver were taken to the hospital with injuries. In China, a car was changing lanes to overtake when a truck carrying concrete poles began turning at the same time, causing the poles to pierce through the car. The driver was not injured. Always maintain a safe distance from trucks transporting hazardous or oversized loads. The 26-year-old driver of the vehicle, while intoxicated, violated traffic rules by driving in the opposite direction and collided with a police service vehicle. As a result, the driver and one police officer were injured. The driver was deprived of the right to drive. In Malaysia, a dispute between two drivers resulted in significant property damage. The vehicle belonging to the dashcam owner suddenly pulled into the path of a lorry. Angered by the move, the lorry driver chased the car at high speed and eventually crashed into a red Toyota Supra parked along the roadside. Another terrifying consequence of driving under the influence. A drunk driver in Poland caused a shocking crash. In this accident, 4 cars and 1 bus were hit, and 12 people were injured. If you're thinking about getting behind the wheel while intoxicated, think twice, because you're not only risking your own life, but also the lives of others. In China, a 50-year-old crane driver kept the boom lifted, cutting a cable at a train station and causing train services to stop for 5 hours, forcing 244 passengers to be evacuated. In Singapore, during road repair works, a mistake by the workers caused a car to fall into a large sinkhole. The female driver was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. A weekend joyride in Italy turned into a disaster. Neither Ferrari made the corner, and both slammed into the metal fence of a villa. One of the cars was completely destroyed by fire. Thankfully, the drivers survived. In Texas, at around 3 a.m., a truck driver hauling milk fell asleep and drove off a bridge. The driver was injured in the crash. Police said the driver will be cited for losing control. If you feel drowsy behind the wheel, you must pull over and rest. In the United States, while police were tracking a stolen vehicle, the car was traveling at high speed and crashed into a church, entering the building. After the crash, one of the suspects was taken into custody, while police said the second suspect remains at large.